Y'all, it's a mess over here. So, he was talking about fishing yesterday, and then talking about how there's carpe and mostly that and like brim and stuff like that around here. There's not a whole lot of bass fishing and stuff like that. There is, but they haven't found any of the spots yet. So she says that the only time she likes fish is anchovies on pizza. So guess what I got to try last night? Not that bad. Sagittarius, Uranus, and one, a new cycle going on here. What do we want to start with? We'll go with the story time again. I like having a little rundown of what's the story focus. Oh, I didn't do the runes as well. So we've got the villain of the tale. I just love when you get into literary stuff. They always talk about the importance of the villain in the story to move the storyline along. We have got Harvest, a feminine here. Something about cycles and the moon and some secrets here. About a romance. What are we at? Oh, crossroads. Excuse me. Man, it was storming something fierce last night. 14. Sorry, this little book's starting to fall apart on me. 14. The rule breaker doing the unexpected and deception. The fox shows the trickster in the land of fairy tales rather than one specific tale. He is the wolf, the coyote, the imp, or whoever it is that is trying to play tricks. When this card appears, someone isn't doing what he is supposed to, or it may be his role is to break the rules. While being deceived can seem like a bad thing, this can be a good card in the meaning that fate is working in your favor. What did I just say? The villain's purpose in moving the story along, right? Be cautious before you accept any story as fact. If you are given new responsibilities at work, they may not come with more money right away. Redheads are associated with this card, so pay special attention to anyone with auburn locks. They can be there to teach you a lesson in deception. Sir, that is racist against redheads. Why are redheads always the trickster? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was born with strawberry blonde hair. Always had red tints in my hair. It's all that Scotch-Irish blood. Alright, we got Gilded Regret. Someone is definitely in regret over something that has to do with money or finances. Ooh, Forest and Breathe. Picking up the energy of Gilded Regret, it's like the golden cage type of metaphor, right? The gilded cage. It makes me think of that whole lesson, that story where a guy is, they used it in The Walking Dead, but it's a really old proverb. That's why the man did that to Morgan in the Walking Dead, but it's the whole energy of someone who's locked in a cage, and they're locked in this cage for days and days and days, and they never try to escape the cage, and then one day they finally get up and just go and touch the door and realize that it's been opened and unlocked the entire time. I want to write that down, sorry. I usually don't do that. Yeah. Fancy coloring pens here. a hard time with my hands. I tried to explain that to people. I did this weird thing when I started working online, so I've been doing tarot reading and stuff like that, and you say you channel energies and this, that, and the other thing, right? Well, when you do that a lot through text messaging, it's weird because the way I can speak to a person is different than the way I'm going to kind of text to a person, right? Because you edit and everything else when you're texting. So I got into practicing to be very, eloquent is the word that I'm trying to use. I use big words anyway, but I have to edit them all the time because I'm dyslexic and I'm a terrible speller. And sometimes Google can't even help me. My autocorrect's like, I don't even know what you're trying to do now, lady. Like, you got no clue what you're trying to say. So when I talk through my hands, it has this open energy, I guess, for like, I don't know. It's almost like it has its own personality. That makes any sense to anybody, right? Because I say that, like, when I'm channeling energy for me, that's who Celeste is. That's who I've also referred to it as the Oracle. The Oracle is the main divine feminine energy that I channel through, and for her, she's got, the spirit guides and the other things that I deal with in that energy. And I used to do a lot of medium work, and then I put it out there that from now on, I don't listen to that anymore. If something wants me to contact someone, say something, but if a spirit wants me to contact someone, I told them that they need to work it out with the other things on that realm and get that person to somehow come to me. Right? Like, I'm not reaching out to nobody else unless you specifically send some sort of whatever so that I know that's what the hell's going on, because I'm not just reaching out to people at random anymore. So that is, yeah. In other words, I'm batshit fucking crazy. That's why I do what I do. Alright, here we go. We got 7 of Cups. Somebody acted like a player. Ace of Cups, right? They ended up chasing away somebody. 7 of Pentacles, right? Someone was in a tangled web. Queen of Swords. Right? I like her in this deck. She's all about harmony, right? She's all about harmony, and I'm getting, whenever I see this card, I say whenever, but picking up the energy of what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. And that's always been my energy of, like, I get whatever web this person had weaved, right? So you got the 7 of Cups, you got this player energy. So what does that mean? This person's got their own little web of connections or whatever. And this person recognized that this web was a toxic web, right? I always say the narcissist's web. The narcissist is a spider that creates this web where it collects all these people into this little web, right? It gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and the more important you are, the more center you are to this. And I was like, and the web is always covered in flies, and all these flies are freaking out and buzzing away, right? All arguing about how they all got caught in the web, but none of them are paying attention to the fact that the spider just keeps making the web, right? And keeps fixing the web. I get that that's what she understood, because I definitely get the energy of, like, taking off here. But she thought the whole thing was debauched. It's nothing but debauchery. Yeah, I mean, that's a look. But she observed, she looked around, she saw what everything was for what it was, right? And she casted her judgments on this, right? Looked around, right? Saw who was doing what. It's the Empress, right? She was paying attention, like all the fertility symbols that are in here too. Also, there's a pregnancy energy here. Someone could... I don't want to say it because I hate getting people's hopes up. Remember, these are entertainment purposes only, but I definitely got the energy of like somebody might have gotten knocked up. Someone might have gotten knocked up. Tisk, tisk, tisk. These energies are timeless too. I'm historically from my life. I'm usually about 2 years off on my predictions. Like I sense things happening and I'll go through like this whole weird freak out over what's about to happen, and then it doesn't happen, and then I calm down about it, and then like 2 years later it happens. So my messages are timeless here, people, but there's definitely some sort of truce going on here for this King of Wands. That pregnancy one, that is one specific timeline. This could be a sideline to what somebody's dealing with. They could be dealing with someone else who's dealing with these energies as well. But I definitely, with that first line, it was this, there's an Empress energy who got out of that situation on the 3D. She's like, oh no, no. No, y'all are out your fucking minds, right? Type of energy. I get that there's a King of Wands on the other side. Why this Michael Jackson, do you remember the time, keeps popping up? Oh my goodness. I can't with y'all. This energy is too cute. And people are always like, oh, you're picking up on this or that or whatever. Magical, she can go fucking fuck herself, man. Stop watching my videos, you fucking creepy person. Creepy. You're creepy. Lady, stop watching my videos. What is wrong with you? I'm not talking about you. I don't care about you. Oh. I'm sorry, y'all. This is why that I disappear for periods of time and stuff like that, because it's kind of creepy and it's kind of scary when you know you've got people that, like, you're not friends with them anymore, you don't talk to them anymore, like, they're so fucking obsessed with you that they're trying to fuck your ex-boyfriends and things, and it's like, you're creepy. Stop watching my videos. That's just karmic energies, right? These karmic energies. These people don't understand why their lives are such shit, and it's like, stop focusing on other people's lives. Go focus on your own. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Alright. Gilded cage. Gilded cage. Two of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Queen of Staves. Alright, so this is what's happening here. This is the feminine energy that I'm picking up on the 5D, for sure, right? She's made a decision. The Queen of Coins made a decision which was best for her, right? Like it's, I always say, the Queen of Coins is not just materialistic. It's just an energy, right? It's just, she's classy, right? The Queen of Staves, right? She is hot and she can be sexy and stuff like that, but she's not trashy. Queens aren't trashy, right? They'd rather be on their own, right, and focusing on their goals than dealing with petty shit, right? They don't need to do things like, oh my god, like, chick, you're trying to bang my ex, you're a groupie. Like, I've got a groupie. I'm like, I'm not even famous. I'm not even big on YouTube. Like, I don't understand it. And I'm sorry, I'm sharing this, like, I feel bad for the people who just randomly stumble upon my videos, because it doesn't make any sense to you. But for, like, the 20-30 people who watch all my videos and you're really here for this kind of stuff, I don't understand that mentality. Like, I had to stop talking to this chick because she's one of those fucking assholes that constantly asks for advice but doesn't take it. She treats her man like garbage, and like, it's like all this crazy fucking shit. Her life's a constant fucking nightmare because she won't do anything. Like I said, an asshole. She just keeps coming for fucking readings, keeps coming talking shit, and she's like, yeah, I'm so fucked up, but it's cool because you're fucked up too. And it's like, no, I admit that I'm fucked up, and I admit that I'm flawed, but I'm at least constantly trying to fucking, like, I don't practice and say all this shit because I am perfect. It's all affirmations for myself to try to change myself to be a better person, right? That's what we should be doing, constantly trying to be better than we were the day before. Like, that's the only person you're in competition with is yourself. You know, so these people who get so hell-bent on making you their competition, it's like, talk about the trickster, right? That's the trickster energy, right? That's what it is. That's why I keep picking her up. This is the energy that somebody's dealing with. This is just a collective fucking energy, right? It's like these people, you're so bright and you're so fucking shiny, and you're just Little Red Riding Hood skipping her way through the fucking forest to Grandma's house, and you're just this bright, shiny thing popping through under the canopy, and they just gotta come and fuck with you. Just why? You know, there's like, I talked about the other day with the whole Mark Twain talking about in writing and in literature and stuff like that. It's like, it's just, the villain doesn't really need a reason to be the villain. That's all their purpose is, right? And it's just to move the storyline across, right? In the case of this fucking lunatic bitch, she used to stalk fucking Rich Lot way back in the day. She stumbled across Rich. She stumbled across me, I guess, in the chat rooms on Richer. And then she started following my channel. When I guess he stopped fucking talking to her. This bitch, like, I don't even know where she came from. Like, how long have you been stalking us? Like, how long? How long? I would love to know when this fucking started for you. Like, when did this start for you? Like, were you there? Were you in the witch groups, like, fucking 7 years ago? Like, did it start on Facebook for you, too? Because you did get into Facebook, and you got into, like, all my witches groups and stuff like that, and it's just like, you know, or were you with the wave that came with Rich, like, with Sabrina and all the motherfucking lunatics and Raven and all that? Were you in with like, his, like, little ex-girlfriend groupies that were stalking on my fucking page? Like, is that when it started for you? Like, where the fuck did you come from? How long did you stalk me before I started talking to you? Or did you just pop up when fucking Rob popped up, right? When I got a cute boyfriend, suddenly you wanted to come fucking be my best fucking friend. And then you send him friend requests, and then you say, I hope I don't, don't get mad at me, but I just thought we could all be friends, so I sent your boyfriend a friend request on Facebook, and da-da-da-da-da, and then me and my boyfriend break up, and suddenly you're better friends with him, and you're talking to him, and da-da-da-da-da, but we're not friends anymore, you're friends with him. Like, was that it? Was that it? Was that the whole plan? I'm confused. I mean, I'm grateful, thank you for taking the motherfucker off my hands. I'm glad, the night when all them energies fucking changed, right? Oh, I'll fucking admit it. Here we go. That night I was talking to the fucking Sagittarius. Started this shit on the bridge, and I was talking to you at the same time. And then what? You sat on them text messages for 3 fucking years. Screenshot and sat on text messages for 3 fucking years. And then I got into it with my the guy I was dating, and then next thing you know, bam, you sending him all these saved in files. Like, I mean, that's an impressive level of stalkerdish. That blows my fucking mind. I don't know. I'm an Aries, and I'm self-centered, and I can be pretty narcissistic. I mean, I'm an Aries sun, Leo rising, and the Sagittarian moon, so I can be very self-centered and narcissistic, and I tend to really kind of focus on my own life and my reality around me rather than the delusions of online. I mean, don't get me wrong, I watched a lot of YouTube and stuff like that, and yeah, I was kind of a fangirl about Rich there for a while, but I don't have any screenshots to show you. Like, I wasn't out here collecting receipts and sitting on them for 6 years. Right? I just have what the fuck I got hearsay. I got what I fucking remember. Which probably, like, I don't know, they say like 75% of what you remember ain't even fucking true anyway. Right? That you alter it to your own fucking perceptions. Someone's dealing with this shit too. So whoever you're dealing with, whoever the trickster is in your energy, they're fucking ridiculous. These people got screenshots. They I mean, like, and they wait. They're waiting for opportunities to just come in and fuck shit up, right? Like, they can't wait to be the hero or whatever the fuck they want to be. I mean, they're just waiting. They're holding on to stuff and they're just waiting. This feminine is in a hermit energy, right? She's focused on the 10 of cups, right? Back to her own fucking reality. She's focused on working on her own shit, right? And she's accepting a lot of truths about the situation that's been going on. She's been watching, like I said, she's been watching from the sidelines too, right? There's definitely an energy of where somebody's been acting mature and she's waiting for something to shift. Definitely an energy to shift here. There's some sort of movement that'll be happening after a battle takes place. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, watching. A lot of watching energy. A lot of sitting back and observing energy. That's that Queen of Swords energy there from the 3D too, right? Sitting back and observing. I get with the Page of Swords being on the top there that she might not have made a lot of the right judgments, right? Or immature herself, right? Nobody's perfect. I try to tell these that shit. Good God. The only people who think they're perfect are narcissists, and they know their flaw. Like, that's their whole existence, is anxiety of trying to pretend to be perfect and knowing that you're just the biggest shit show. Like, you're not even like a normal shit show. Like, you're like the hyper extended version of a fucking shit show. But you're gonna pretend like you're fucking perfect, and your whole life is nothing but lying. And you have to lie and trick and deceive people into believing these lies and going along with these lies. And even if you know people don't even believe your lies, you're happy as long as they just pretend to just cater to your illusion. Like, there's people out there that are like, they know you know they're full of shit, and they will continue to keep lying to you, and you're just like, you go along with it, because if you say anything about it, then they become the raging lunatic, right? Then they become scary, right? Get 2 of Cups. There's soul contracts going on here. There's a lot of balance that needs to be taking place. We got this Judgment going on here. To balance with the soul contract judgments, the Magician is manifesting some sort of opportunity. I get the energy. They want to be the Knight of Cups. They definitely want to try to come in as that. The universe is kind of trying to push them into it. I get the universe is bullying this person right now, right? I like it. Like, I get a waterfall imagery right now, too, right? Right. Like, the universe is kind of pushing this person towards this energy. Some Virgo energy there, too, right? They might feel very silly. This energy could make them feel silly, right? Childish, with all our little childish tales around here. 21, the world is definitely shifting. There's some energy of the... It's definitely something coming out into the light. It could be something around the summer solstice. We got Beltane coming up on May 1st, too. Right? Someone's being emboldened to... I get mustering up the strength to lift. Right? They're carrying their burdens differently. Instead of it like, I need new decks, but instead of like some 10 of Wands, it's all scattered around and they're trying to pick it up, right? The imagery is different from deck to deck. In this deck, I like it because this person has this one staff, right? And that's like that Ace of Staves. And that's the staff that they're looking at, and they're like, this is the one that's going to make the rest of these easier to carry, right? It's part of the plan. They've got a plan. It's going to get them through these towers. They've got a plan, and it's got to do with towers, but that is the only way to escape. That's the only way to get out of the cage. Victory. Back on the feminine energy here. Get that she's working on moving on from the past. Get the Empress here again. There's a lot of anxiety, right? I feel like there's a lot of anxiety. I get that she feels like she was very taken advantage of, or she's been taken advantage of a lot. And she recognizes where allowing people to take advantage of her is how she gets stuck in a lot of the situations that she does. Got a 3 of Cups here. And you got the 4 of Cups. Okay, so here's the energy, and I got 44 here. And this is specific. Somebody used to like to celebrate, right? And they used to really like to have a good time. But now they sit alone, right? And it's this energy, like I get the energy of drinking alone, or doing whatever it is you do alone. When you used to do it to celebrate with others, now you do it all by yourself, and you could have a bit of an overindulgence, right? There's an energy of being mindful about your money right now and protecting like what foundations that you have. There's a big energy of a heart center open and getting ready to start, right? And I also say that the Ace of Cups is all about that fountain of love, right? The cup is continuously pouring out. It never runs out, right? It's about reconnecting to source. That's how you have those heart center openings, is reconnecting to source. And understanding that connecting to source has nothing to do with overindulging. It wasn't whatever you were doing or drinking or doing during these celebrations. It was the connections that you had with others, that you were having a good time. That's the energy that you miss. That's the energy that you're trying to tap into, right? And it's actually not attached to any person or any substance or anything. There's definitely some justice getting to play out right now. It's been something that's being brought up a lot in the astrology community as well, right? It's just, this is the shift. This is what's happening, right? This is the beginning of how there's going to be a shift and a change. And the journeys are supposed to be hard, right? You're supposed to be a light in the darkness, right? So what does that mean? It means there needs to be a shit ton of darkness. I always say this too. What do stars do? They shine. Well, you can't see them during the day though, can you? It has to be nighttime. I get that there's a team around you more than you realize. Definitely a call for this, right? Queen of Cups and High Priestess. Remembering how to transmute energy, leaning back on your knowledge, right? Operating from that heart-based divine feminine center is where you'll find your strength. 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Temperance. This could be the Sagittarian energy that we're picking up because it's right in the middle here. Got a bit of Pisces too here with the Moon card though. Right, so there's definitely an energy of moving on from the past. I like it how that's a tower about to fall, right? That's how it's moving on. It's like you got to let it tower. It's the only way to get through this rite of passage. It's a matter of taking time to find balance. I like temperance. The definition of it is abstaining from alcohol. But yeah, there's definitely an energy here of finding balance or rebalancing oneself, right? Grounding. And there's definitely an acceptance of cycles. And the need for cycles. I get the energy of not every storm comes to ruin your life. Sometimes it comes to wash away, like your enemies. I know I said that all wrong. We got an Emperor here. Whenever I see the Emperor card, I get somebody who's trying to be 3 steps ahead. They definitely are being very called to do something. They might be being slow about it because they're trying to be smart about it. They're waiting for something to end, for a new beginning. This person's looking to journey from being left out in the cold, right? You got the feminine. Here's that Queen of Swords again, watching, seeing what's going on. Definitely been some defense here, right? It's my moral fortitude. Somebody definitely stood. Yeah, someone had to stand their ground on what the Ten of Pentacles meant to them, right? It wasn't just about money and greed. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Yep. Bit of drama there. It's my Drama Queen card, or Drama King card. What happened here? Drama King card. Drama King card. I'm gonna call it. Why? Because we got this King of Coins down here. And what is he surrounded by? The Devil. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 7 of Coins. This person had toxic connections, low frequencies. They acted like a player. They lied. They thought they were in control of everything. Oh, what tangled webs we weave when first we decide to deceive. 9 of Staffs, 3 of Swords, King of Cups, Ace of Staves. This person was defensive because they've been hurt before. They're secretly a King of Cups, right? And very passionate. But they play with these other energies and they put up these personas and they act the way they do to protect that inner energy, right? This person's feeling a lot of pressure from the universe for acting so immaturely, right? I get the Judgments card on this again, right? Like a court of law type of energy being judged, or judgments being passed down. There's something about, I always get acting traditional with that card too. And this person could be feeling, I get the energy that they're kind of feeling it more from them higher selves, right? Whereas once this energy was treated like the shadow was treated as like a wounded little boy, it's, oh, then, you know, that's a good way to put it. It's like, I would say shadow work is kind of like dealing with your inner toddler, right? It's like this inner abused child, right? It's the one that didn't get enough attention when it was younger. It's the one that went through all the trauma when you were little and everything else like that, when you weren't allowed to express yourself, when you had no say in your life, when you were just subject to whatever the fuck was going on with your parents and stuff like that. And we've all been there, right? You know, one way, shape, or form. Nobody gets through life unscathed. And within that, there's an energy of like having that rise up and being like, what? It's not just mad about the trauma that happened to it when it was younger. It's mad because it's still not getting what it wants, right? And I get that it wants traditional. It's like, just because we didn't have it when we were younger doesn't mean we can't have it when we're older. And this is the energy that I'm getting from the 5D on this person really hard right now. And it's like this inner child is like rising up and kind of being the adult voice now. It's like, what? No. Do want traditional. We do like these things. You know what I'm saying? We want to be good role models and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like it understands this. And it's finally, I get you have to honor your shadow and work through its trauma. I love Thich Nhat Hanh. He talks about it like it's a baby, right? It's like when you have children. And it's, he gave me this really, gave the world really this really great speech where it was like, he was doing a sermon and he had all the kids in the audience too, and they were asking these things. And he's like, when a child comes up to you and asks for a hug, you should always give them a hug, right? You always let them know that they're the most important thing in your world. And they're like, your shadow is similar to that. It's like, when you have that intrusive thought of that toddler in the back of your brain pitching a fit, you know, if it was a real little kid, Would you pick it up and throw it in a closet and lock it in there and make it all, you know what I'm saying, and pretend like it doesn't exist and neglect it and everything else? Or would you go over to it, pick it up and hold it for a minute and just until it calms down? That's how you honor your shadow. We got somebody, this union is somebody's wish fulfillment here. King of Staves. Ooh. Right, this is the overall energy of this reading. Oh no, these are down like this, just so I have it right for my tarot readers there. Right. When this energy exists, you can't help but have that Five of Staves around you. Why? Because people throw rocks at things that shine. That's it. But and it just is what it is. They just don't. People who are stuck in their darkness don't like people who shine. It's a frequency difference. It's just, it is what it is. You can't exist within the same space without chaos. And these people just, all it is, it's like, what? Is anything possible to try to snuff out your light? Anything to snuff out your light because you are too fucking shiny and bright, and God forbid you have a happy life. They don't want you to have a happy life because they can't manifest a happy life because they are stuck on that shit frequency. And in order to prove their reality, they have to destroy your life in order to keep confirming their reality. That's why you can't coexist in the same space. Someone's starting to understand that. You get that 3 cups built around the side and focusing on that 2 of cups connection. What connection? That connection. Alright. Just remember, get outside, connect, ground. Remember that energy is not something... The energy that you're seeking is not something that can be found through any external source. Not a person, not a substance, nothing. Nothing is going to give that to you. It is something you manifest on your own. Whatever gilded cage you were in, remember, the door is not locked. Alright, blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. Apologize for all my ranting today. And, yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.